Hello, I'm Gavin Hunter, and for my demonstration speech, I'm going to be showing you guys how to tie your fishing line. And it's just kind of like your everyday knot. So nothing too crazy, but just for like beginners and basics, makes it a lot easier. So first step is you're going to take your rod and reel. So I'm going to use my spinning rod just because it's kind of what I have here for now. And it's a lot easier than your your other type of reels. Then I'm just gonna use a little rooster tail for trout fishing, just because that's what I have for here. So then first step, I'm gonna cut my line, and this is kind of depending on this kind of depends on the different type of line you're using. If you're fishing for smaller stuff, kind of like bass and crappie and more stuff around like this area, instead of wanting to fish like saltwater and wanting to use heavier line, heavier tackle, and mostly just like bigger equipment, just because that's the type of equipment you need to be able to be successful at saltwater fishing, honestly. And so there's there's three main types of line. There's fluorocarbon, which is what I have here, and it's a lot less stretchy. Monofilament, which is aka known as mono. It's a lot more stretchier, so it's not as easy to cast most of the time. And then there's braid, which is braid's basically made up of like a rubber band, really. I mean, it moves a lot quicker. So not I didn't like I've been fishing all my life. I didn't start using braid till I was probably 15, 16 years old, probably 2, 3 years ago. Just because you have to be a lot like you got to know what you're doing at all times, really, and know what the reel is doing. So first step is that you're going to take the line and you're going to through the eyelet up and out. Then you're going to pinch the line right above the eyelet. So then you have it kind of sitting like this. And you're going to take the little line that you went through, and you're going to bend it over, and you're going to take. So now you're just going to make like knots. You're going to make like 6 to 8 of them, depending on. I do 6 for bass, but just depending on the fish, kind of like a walleye, they're going to fight a lot harder than a bass. So I usually do like 8 for walleye, and then like steelhead and salmon, you can do up to 10 or 15 depending on how strong you want the knot to really be, like truthfully. So you're going to just go over and you're going to wind it, and you're just going to wind this line over 6 times. And I use my mouth just because it is able to maneuver it a little easier. So there's probably 6 or 7. So now you're going to go through where your fingers were just pinching the line right above the eyelet. There's going to be a little loop. You're going to go through that. So now you're sitting like this. You're going to grab that and pinch it right where you pinched it before. So now you got your loop with the knot or with the weaves. Then you have this little loop that's going through the bottom of the eyelet. And then you're just going to go back and you're just going to grab the loop and push that little piece of line through. And then I just grab it with my teeth. And you basically just cinch it down to that, and you're done.